Captain Tyee. Do you remember me?
Well, blowed if it ain't William of Pianda. How fare thee, lad?
I'm well, Captain, but what of yourself? How did you escape the shipwreck?
As you recall, we could have taken the pirates, but when that beast attacked, it was every man for himself. I clambered into a dinghy with a few of the crew, but I thought we was all done for. We put away from the sinking ship with the creature's horrible cries ringing in our ears. But then, just as I was expecting to feel its claws on the back of my neck, I saw it veer off and away. A wave of relief washed over me, only to be dashed to the rocks by a rising tide of worry when I saw the creature make for the boat you shared with that minstrel. I can see you're right enough, my lad, but tell me, what of the Joy Men?
Gregor was killed, Captain. But after we landed, my friend Aaron here made short work of the beast.
Aye, I can see that one would be a match for any monster from the depths of the waste, he would. Well, sorry I am to hear about Gregor. That makes 3 sent to their graves, as 2 of my men went to the bottom along with my darling fair current. Now that she's gone, I'm casting around for what to do next. Some of my men stay true in the cut of their jib and wait for me to chart a course. The others, well, there's those that hoist anchor at the first hint of a squall and make for any port that'll have 'em.
Can you tell us anything more about Gregor? Did you know him well?
Gregor sailed with us one time before. His music sparked the lads' spirits and kept them hopping on the rigging like sandfleas. I carried him for free on our fateful trip, not just for the tunes, but also seeing as how he saved my life.
He saved your life?
Aye. At dinner at the captain's table, I swallowed down some jackfish the wrong way and catches a bone in my gullet. I'm gasping out my final breath on this earth when Gregor grabs a hold of me and hugs me so tight around the waterline that the fishbone shot clean out of my mouth. Nearly harpooned the second mate in the eye, it did.
I see why you felt he deserved free passage on the fair current.
And glad he was to take me up on the offer. He came to me late one night. Nervous he seemed, and anxious. Said it was a life or death situation. Well, I'm not one to ask too many questions. I just reckoned he'd found himself in between the wrong set of sheets when the master of the house came home, if you know what I mean. He'd saved my salty hide, and that was enough for me. So we put to sea against the guild strike. Oh, no doubt you recall that, William.
Yes, I remember. A bit of a touch-and-go situation, wasn't it? Did you get a chance to talk to Gregor on the voyage out?
No, but the first mate, Paul. Now he might know more. Of course, you'll probably have to swab his decks with rum before he'll talk. He's most likely down at the Salty Dog or the Lusty Maiden this time of day.
What do you think you'll do?
William, I don't know for sure. Right now I'm in the doldrums waiting to see which way the wind picks up. The Fair Current was my father's ship before me. She's been my life since my mother hung my cradle up on the yard arm and let the waves rock me to sleep. I'm used to being my own master.
Can't you build a new ship? The Fair Current, too.
I could, if I was willing to hire out to a merchant company or pay a hold full of interest to a banker. The other possibility is hiring onto another vessel for a year or 2. There's a few captains I respect enough to work for. I've got some money put aside after all these years, but not enough to retire on. Besides, I'm not ready to be landlocked yet. I'd rather be at sea.
You can't blame your men for taking work where they find it, can you?
Course not. What boils my bilge water is the manner of crew my men signed up with. Their captain came to see me when he heard about the Fair Current. Tried to get me to join up as his first mate, he did. Well, there's one pirate with a new bend to his nose.
How do you know they're pirates?
I've been around these parts long enough to know rotten fish when I smell it. And those boys are the rottenest. They're holed up close by here too. Don't know exactly where, but I see them around.
Thanks, Captain. It was good to see you again.
May your skies be red in the evening and the North Star always on your bow. Yeoman's luck to you both, lads.